Hello, hello. Welcome. Excuse me, I see one person waiting. That is a start. It is better than nothing. Better than nothing. Hi. Guess I should have something here besides my hands. Like these guys. That one goes with that one. Oh, I got a thumbs up and somebody disappeared. Thank you for the thumbs up. Thank you, thank you. Oh, somebody's back. 2 people. Yay! Hello, hello, hello. How are you all doing? 3 people. Yay! Welcome. Happy Wednesday night. Happy hump day, as they say. Hi, Nix. How are you doing? Is your family safe still and everybody's well, I hope? Hi, Philomena. Same questions for you. How are you doing? We have had some really nice weather here. Hello, Anne. Welcome. Is this your first time here? To Anne. I know it's not Philomena's or Nick's first time. So I did the poll and it was pretty much not unanimous, but people wanted to see both Ornate Garden Suite and the Botanical Prints, but I ran out of time, so we're going to be doing 2 or 3 cards, definitely 2, probably 3, with the Ornate Garden Suite of products. There's so much you can do with this, and I'm only touching on the iceberg here, you know what I mean? Yes, I'm fine. We had 71-degree weather today. Now, that was after Fahrenheit, and that was after, well, welcome, Anne. I'm so glad you could join us. So usually Tuesday nights I'm on live, but Wednesday nights I'm on this week because I just was out in the yard working too much the last couple days. But last night we had a really severe thunderstorm, and all of a sudden I got the warning 20 minutes after the thunderstorm started, and hail and everything. It was just weird. Oh, good. That's good, Nix. So anyway, I don't want to hold you up. Just a couple announcements. Today is what, the 8th. You have until April 10th to sign up for the April Paper Pumpkin Kit, which is going to be all about family. It's going to be family oriented. It will be a card kit. I cannot remember right off the top if it's going to be full size or note cards, but it will be a card kit. And then I hear rumor that May's will be something very special, but I have no inside information on that one yet. So, yeah. And let's see, what else? Oh, the Ornate Garden Suite is available now through May 31st. However, this one and the border dies are on back order. This is one of the bundles in the suite. I think right now, if I'm not mistaken, this set with the flowers and these beautiful pieces, I love these. They're still available, as well as the ribbons and the gilded gems, which I've misplaced. Here they are. And these gilded gems. And the embossing folder, which I'll show you when we get to it. So I only had time today to get 2 cards ready, but I started on a 3rd one, so we'll see what we can do with that too. So let me get these down. And there's so much more I still want to do with it, and I still want to get to Botanical Prints, but that'll probably be maybe Friday. I know I keep trying to, but I don't want to promise. Snow. Yeah, well, let's see. Hi, Paige. Welcome. So we're only going to do Ornate Garden Suite again. They're not calling for snow here, but today was 71. Tomorrow's going to drop to 55. And one day this week, now that my rain barrel's hooked up and I raked leaves out of the flower beds and everything, one day said 33 at night, which is 1 degree away from freezing. So now I'm worried about everything. And who knows, we could get snow the way we're getting hailstorms here all of a sudden. It's just bizarre. Alrighty, so I think that was it for my announcements. Oh no, one more. If you want to be a demonstrator, the annual catalog is going to be available to us demonstrators as a PDF document on, I believe it's April 22nd. And it won't be effective until early June this year, but they are changing the schedule for when the catalogs. So it will be, when it comes out, it will be an 11-month catalog. We demonstrators will get to pre-order in May. So I'm excited. It's probably going to be a smaller annual catalog. I think I mentioned this in one of my other lives. And then they're going to have the spring, if you will, the winter spring mini catalog, and running January through May or June. I think it's going to change to June next year. And then the holiday catalog next year will be July through December, but this year I think it's going to start in August. I hope that makes sense. Anyway, yeah, they're changing it so that there's always a mini catalog going, and they'll be a little bit beefed up. And the annual catalog will be smaller. At least that's what I'm hearing. So I don't know what that means exactly, but we'll find out. I won't be able to show it to you on the 22nd, but I will be able to show you the cover. And I'll be able to show you anything that I make or get in the pre-order. And I don't know how much that's going to be. Oh, and that reminds me, if you've placed an order with me of $50 or more since January, and I'll give you up until about the 25th of April, I will put you on my mailing list to get an annual catalog. So, and I know quite a number of you have already ordered that much from me, so you're on the list. And yeah, so that's what it'll be. And I think demonstrators, other than the PDF, if you do a pre-order, well, it used to be that if you did a pre-order, you'd get a copy in your first order, but I think they're going to automatically send out catalogs now to demonstrators. One copy. You have to order the rest. So this is the first card we're going to make, guys. It's sort of an elegant card, I think. It's just a simple card. It's, well, sort of. Mint macaron. This is a designer paper in the Ornate Garden Suite, and it is this paper on one side and this paper on the other with gold foiling. Thank you, Paige. And then this is one of the Ornate frames dies, I believe they're called. The ones that are bundled with the Ornate style, Ornate layers. So I used this one here. Now I will say, when you run these through your machine, if you have a manual machine, I messed it up the first time because I only ran it back and forth, which is what I usually do. But these are very intricate. Run it back and forth like 6 times. So in other words, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. All right, 3 times back and forth or 6 times all together. And then your pieces will come out. You'll still probably need to use a brushy thing and a pokey thing, or take your pick tool pokey thing to get some of these itty bitty little dots out that are around the edges. So that's just a tip for you for those, because they're very intricate. Now this one comes out a lot easier. I see I still have some dots in there, but you really pretty much just need to use your brush, and that one and this one come out pretty easy. But these ones with little flowers, or you know, all the little swirly things, they stick a little bit more, so you have to run it through a few extra times. And I did find also that you didn't need to do it quite so much if you're running white through, but the 90-pound colored papers are like a softer paper, and they're the ones you really need to run through more. Yay, mine too, Paige. I closed out the March, what do you call it, code? Host code. Oh, I don't have the April host code here, by the way, but it is down below the video, and it's also on my Facebook, both my Facebook page and my group. All right, so let's get making this. So that's my one tip. We're going to heat emboss. We're going to also use these Stampin' because I didn't want to mess it up. Now, I don't know what it is with me, but I have trouble with the gold embossing powder still, even when I use my embossing buddy. But we're going to do the best we can. Oh, and then let me show you the inside. I just used the same background, but I used white on the inside. And I missed a dot. Oh, no. That's not good. I thought I had them all. Come out of there. There we go. Phew. Anyway, that's the inside. So I just left it blank, but on the outside, so grateful for all you do. And that is from the Ornate Thanks, which, like I said, is on back order. So let us do our stamping and heat embossing first. Hopefully. Maybe. So my paper just got messed up. Now what I already did this like 6 times. I didn't think you wanted to be bored seeing me get all the little bits out. I'm just making sure they're all truly out. Oops, see, some of them stick on the back there a little bit. Okay, so if I remember correctly, I had this bumped right up against that line, and maybe over a little this way, and we'll see. Nope. Thank you, Philomena. I think we're going to be seeing some delays. I don't think I had it over that far. Let's try here. And before I put the other magnet on. Maybe a little more. Maybe I did. Because Utah, even though Stampin' Up's not shut down right now, they are on social distancing. That's too much. And they're altering their staff shifts to make it be less people in the building at the same time, so they can do the social distancing properly. I don't know. That still doesn't look right. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sort of half paying attention here. So there probably will be a few delays, and also things are still tied up in with the distributors. That's too far now. See, I don't get that. Thought I should have had lines drawn. I think that's it. That's it. This is why I'm using the Stamparatus too. Okay, so we're going to use our Versamark. But before we do that, which I almost forgot, we're going to use our embossing buddy. And I'm really going to give it a good dose. Maybe that's going to help. I don't know. We'll try. So, like everybody else, there's delays in getting product from manufacturers. They're trying to ramp up the US-based manufacturers more. And then they have this new catalog coming out, and they're trying to make sure they have enough stock for that. But I don't know. We shall see. Now, the last time I did this, I think I'm going to let it go. The last time I did this, I actually stamped it twice, but I think it's all right. So, and I do need to clean that, but I'll do that after I heat emboss. So let me get my embossing powder right here. And before I do that, because I didn't really powder these edges real good, and I don't want the gold sticking on there. All right. See if I can get this on good. I think I got it pretty good actually the first time. I don't know if I really like this little spoon, but I think I got it on a little crooked actually, but we're going to go with it. The stamp, I mean. All right, I have a brush and we will try and use it, but it's not the best brush. Yeah, I don't have this problem with any of the other embossing powders, just the gold. Okay, that's good enough. We're going to go with it. We shall go with it. All right, it's going to get loud, guys. Hi, Clay. Hi, Christian. Thank you. Yes, hi, Pam. I usually go live on Tuesday night. Sorry for the noise. I'm going to go from the bottom just till it warms up a little better. And then I am going to lay it down and flip it over. And watch the magic. And here we go. Sorry for the noise. Whew. Now, I'm actually going to let it cool, and then I'm going to take my embossing buddy and rub over it again and see if I can get a couple little specks off in there that I'm not happy with. Not happy with. Actually, maybe I can just, yeah. Yep, they're not going to come off. Oh, well. Okay, now let me bring the card base out. This is an A2. It's mint macaron. And I used this side. Now, we could flip it over and go like that, which would be a very different card. Do you like that, or do you prefer it with the gold? I kind of like the gold side. Hi, Jen. Hi, Brandy. I missed you come in earlier. Who else did I miss? Anybody else? Thank you, Brandy. Oh, you guys are so nice. Thank you. With the gold. All right, that's what we're going to do. I'm going to do something I don't usually do. I'm going to use my snail because I am on my next to the last glue, and it's on back order too. So I know I can get that somewhere else, but since I'm a demonstrator, I really don't want to. And so we're just going to use the snail. As we're going to use wet glue too tonight, but but not for this. And on this one, on the front, excuse me one second. Sorry. Probably breathing in embossing powder. Don't do that. Oh, well, you know, when you make them, you can do either one. I just think this way is more elegant. The other way is less formal. And they're both really pretty. The next one we're going to make is going to have flowers, so you'll see. So on this particular one, on the outside, this is loose. Excuse me one second. Don't worry, I don't have COVID-19. I just have a tickle because I'm talking and I was using embossing powder. Anyway, the one on the inside we're going to glue down, but this one I'm not. I just like the way it sort of stands up a little bit around the edges, so not going to glue that down. And we're just going to use the snail again. I might have glued it the first time. I can't remember. This would be good for doing like invitations, or I think I missed a dot again, guys. Ooh. No, I didn't. It's just the green. Maybe I did. Nope, it's just the green of the paper showing through. Sorry. Had to make sure. Okay, so that's the outside, other than the bling. We'll put that on in a minute. And now on the inside, I did the same thing. Let me just double check that against there before I put it all together. Okay, so we could have done the same thing, you know, but we'll do this. So snail it again. Oh, and these are standard mats. I didn't mention that. These are your 5 1/4. Oops, this way by 4 by 4. I'm sorry, 5 1/4 by 4. So that's why I said very simple but elegant card. You could use it for invitations. You could use it for thank yous after the weddings or whatever, or graduations. And the sentiments are in this set are all thank you or so grateful. So it's more the thank you side. Now on this, I'm going to use a fine tip glue that is not Stampin' Up. And it's about empty almost. So we're gonna use it anyway around the edges because I do want to glue these down. Now another way you could do this is cut one of your Stampin' Up sponges, the circle sponges they have, into like a 1/6, and then use your silicone mat and dab a little glue of your Tombow onto there and just dab the sponge in, and oops, see there's one sticking. Now it's stuck under my fingernail. And just dab it on. But I personally get myself all sticky doing that. It works fine. It just makes me a sticky mess. That looks pretty straight. And we're not going to put a sentiment on the inside. Now I can go around and touch up a couple places. Actually, I'm just going to close the card. Go like that and push it down. And I probably need a little bit more. Oops. I can't believe that happened. The glue was bubbling out of the thing and I didn't see it. That makes me mad. Ugh. Kind of how my days have been going. Oh, well. Thank you, Paige. Thank you, Brandy. Now we need our bling. So these are part of the Ornate Garden Suite as well. And they are the gilded gems. And I'm going to use my Take Your Pick tool and just put 3 of them on. They're really sparkly gold. I really do like them. They are faceted. They're if you put this in the mail, you need to put like another piece of card over them or something because they will poke through the envelope if you don't. Because I've had that happen when other demonstrators have sent me stuff with faceted bling. They have poked through the envelope, sometimes even with putting another piece of cardstock in front of it. So there we go. Pretty easy card. And those dies did all the work. The Ornate Layers dies. And again, we use this one for both the Mint Macaron and inside the Whisper White. Okay, so that is card number 1. That was pretty easy. And then we use the thanks, what is it called? Ornate Thanks stamp set. We used the So Grateful, and then also the For All You Do, which is down here. I love the script of that. Okay, so the next one is going to be a little bit different. I was playing around with, if I can get a hold of it, terracotta tile, the embossing folder in this ornate floral 3D embossing folder in this suite of products, which I love, love, love this embossing folder. Then we're going to use this paper, excuse me, which on the back is gold and white foil, which we might use for a third card, but there it is. Now, I think this darker yellow is the new Bumblebee color, but I'm not positive if it is. One of the yellows in here is Bumblebee, but the other colors are mint macaroon, old olive, terracotta tile, and it appears to have a little bit of other pink in there, like maybe petal pink or blushing bride. I'm not sure, but I don't think that one's listed as a color, so we may use this on the third card, which is not totally planned. And then also I used the Ornate border dies, and I used this one. Now this one does cut without doing anything special, but some of them do not. I think this one, it cuts this edge and not this edge out. It'll cut the flowers out, but not the other edge. But if you want it to do that, no, I'm sorry, it doesn't. It doesn't cut any of the edges out, but there's a piece here to have it do that, okay? I have not done that yet, because I wanted to use this because it has smaller flowers on here, although this one would be pretty too. And this one looks like there's a cutting edge all the way around, so it probably does similar to what this one did, okay? And then you get 3 little flowers in here, which I totally forgot about, so I didn't use them on here. We might use them for this time. And then you have 2 other, this is a really pretty one that kind of goes with that decoration on the first card. But this is how the daisy, I'll call it the daisy one, even though it's not really, the small flower one cuts out. And you just put it on your paper edge. And again, you're going to have to run it through like at least back and forth, at least 4 times to do that, maybe a little more. So on this one, I dry embossed the front of the card in terracotta tile. Then this is actually 5 1/4 by 4. And I'm sorry, it's 5 1/2 by 4 1/4. And then it lops off about a 1/4 inch because it cuts this out. And then this piece I cut out with this right here. See, fits perfectly. So that is what I did on that one. And then inside, and this is just a piece of Whisper White. I think it's about 3 1/2 inches, 3 1/4 maybe, and I just flagged it manually. And then for this, on this one, I used, if you got the Thoughtful Blooms punch from the Celebration, I think I heard that's going to be carried over into the annual catalog, although I don't think it's on the website still, but I could be wrong about that. It might be. But then I realized there are dies in that, the one I just had. This one, Ornate Borders dies, there's these 3 little dies here. So we might use those, although I kind of like how this turned out. And then inside, I stamped thanks. So this says just wanted to say thanks. And this little stamp is in the Ornate style stamp set right here. I really want to use this, but I didn't get to that yet. So I don't know, maybe on the 3rd card or the 4th card or something. I don't know. Okay, I'm falling behind here. Let me see. Thank you, Paige. Thank you, Jen. Yeah, perky colors, right. Yes, I love the border too. Yes, Bumblebee is going to be one of the new in colors when the, let me show you those actually, because if you want any of them, my ink is like overflowing here. It's like a lava thing, so I got to put the pin in. If you want any of these colors, I honestly, I don't even know if they're still available because ink pads have been going out, but these colors will be retiring after, I think it's June 2nd. But so if you want any of them, these were the 2018 to 20 colors. Blueberry Bushel, Call Me Clover, Pineapple Punch, Grapefruit Grove, which was really popular, and Lovely Lipstick, which I love. But they're going to go bye-bye, and we get 5 new in colors for 2020 to 2022. And I don't know what they are, except Bumblebee is one of them because it's in the paper. So I don't know what the other colors will be. So Bumblebee, I guess, will be the replacement for Pineapple Punch, which wasn't my favorite yellow, quite honestly. It's a real bright yellow, but I like Daffodil Delight and Crushed Curry and stuff like that. Anyway, this ribbon comes in with the suite. Well, it's one of the things you can order, and it comes with both terracotta tile and old olive, so you could use either. And what I do, I just did that. All right, so the first thing we have to do is bring all the pieces out and get busy, Deb. I've already done this piece, so you can see it pretty much is the whole card front. In fact, I might just take off about maybe even 1/4 of an inch over here, 1/8 to 1/4 of an inch. So let me do that first. Bring out my trimmer, because this was the size of a regular card front. So let's just start with about 1/8. And see how that does. I didn't remember doing that on the first one, but I probably did. Oh, and by the way, all these little pieces come out. These little stemmy things, save them. They make nice decorations. In fact, maybe we'll use some of them when we, and tuck them under the label that we do, the stamp. I think that'll work. Okay. So now what we're going to do is run the terracotta tile through the embossing folder. And I'm just going to do the front, and it's pretty easy. Let's see. I think, yeah, I'll do it this way. I usually just try and line it up with the line down here, but I just wrap the, and I wrap it in. Now, you will not get any embossing on this edge, but that's okay with me because this piece goes nearly all the way over to the edge. If that would bother me, then I'd open this up or cut a different piece, to put on top of here. I thought about embossing this instead, but I thought it would tear the other things. And I like this peeking through and showing on the back. So let me run this through the machine. I have to turn around to do that. So let me give you something pretty to look at while I'm doing it. Okay. So get my cardboard pieces here. Ready to run it through. There we go. And that only has to go through once because it makes a really nice impression. Look how pretty that is. That looks so orange on there, but terracotta tile is more like terracotta. Not that bright orange like that. And then you see it on the inside too. So let me get that out of the way. And we're just going to go ahead and glue this down. Now we will use fine tip glue on this as well, because these pieces here have to be glued down. In fact, I'll start with them. Maybe. And this, I probably would recommend sponging, especially if my glue doesn't cooperate. We might have to do it too. Nope, there it comes. I'm just going to put some on different little areas here. And I don't want it to be a gloppy, gluey mess. Right. So what are you all doing? Do you have plans for Easter? Like stay-at-home plans? I think I have to still get something made, put together for my granddaughters and drop it off, and they can spray it down or whatever they want to do. I just don't feel right not giving them anything. And I'm afraid to go to the post office right now. So if you're waiting on things from me, nothing's been mailed because I don't want to go out. I am really, our county has had 6 deaths now, and it just climbed from 3 to 6, so that's not a good thing. So far, they have all been elderly with other conditions, but the number of cases, most of them are younger. Yeah, those little bits, these things are cute. I was kind of hoping actually that some of them stayed in, but they come out, and I have 6 of them because I did it twice. And these are the little flowers from the dies, and I have a little trick about those too. Okay, so then the next thing is we're going to glue this down. Now I can use Tombow for this. I almost hate to do it because that's pretty too, but we're going to maybe use that side in the next card. Plus you get a couple sheets of the same paper, so you have plenty to do that, but that would be so pretty. That would be so pretty. Okay, now my Tombow is acting up. Everything's running out, and I just opened this not long ago, but I had a marathon card making day and a half, which you'll see on the 10th. All right, I'm going to push this over pretty far, and it goes almost up to the top. So when you're doing, if you're using this piece and you have a mat under it other than the card base, your mat has to be the full 5 and a, what is that, 5.5 by 4 1/4, or at least 5 1/2, because this is like 5 3/8 almost. So it has to, we have to have enough mat under it to cover it. Okay, so on this one, I only use plain Whisper White, but on this one, we're going to do the larger die that's almost like this. Let me get that out. I'm going to use Whisper White, but we're going to use this. That's what I use to cut this out. And I just did it ahead of time. Now these little dots, oops, see, I missed one there too. And they come out pretty easy. You do have to use your brush and your pokey thing. But I think I only went over it back and forth, you know, back and forth twice, so 4 times through the machine. If you have an electronic machine or electric machine, you probably don't need to do quite so often. But I have an old machine that seems to be getting a little tired, and so I have to do it a few more cranks. Anybody see any more dots on there? I don't. What did Paige say? We're going to do a family Zoom. That's a cool thing to do. Yeah, we could do Zoom, or we could do FaceTime, or we could do, I don't know if people use Skype anymore. I'm not sure. Anyway, we're going to stamp on here, and we're going to stamp on this scrap of white across here. Just wanted to say. So let me figure out where they are and get my ink. And we're going to use terracotta tile. Alrighty, so let's do the scrap piece first. And there's the thank you. Oops. Now, we're going to just put this down. And then we're going to put it like this because I want to make sure it's on the block straight. If you just lay it down manually with your hand, sometimes it goes wobbly with these thinner sentiment strips. And I have enough trouble getting them straight as it is, so. Oh. Yeah, I don't know. I know my daughter and the girls, I'm going to turn it this way actually, dyed Easter eggs Sunday, I think. And she made one that said 2020 Easter quarantine. And it was turquoise. I'm like, oh my gosh. Anyway. So, oh, I need that. All right, I'll cut this in a strip as soon as I finish stamping the thank you on the inside. Because this is just wanted to say, oh, thanks, not thank you. Thanks. Okay, now I'm going to put that like that and put this up towards the top and hope that that looks straight. I think so. Going for it. Oh, no. Yikes. Wonder if I can flip this one over. We're going to do it. You know what? That was on my thumb. Ah. Deb. It's stamped so straight, too. Now I'll probably get it crooked, and I'll have to cut the paper. I'm going to stand up. The nice thing about these is they're photopolymer. And you know what? This is a thinner, free stamp set that I got. Probably Paper Pumpkin. Yeah, it's a little crooked, but we're going to go with it. And I'm used to these bigger blocks with the finger slot. I love them. They're Stampin' Up ones you buy. Okay, so that was terracotta tile ink. And now let us cut this. I'll do it up here so it's in frame. And I think about 3/4 should do it. Yep. And I'm going to cut just 1/2 inch off of this end. And I think on the other one, I cut a lot off this end. I'm going to cut only 1/4 inch off the other end. So it will be 3 1/4 inches, not 3 1/2 like I mentioned before. And then I'm not going to use a punch. I'm just going to use my sticky, really bad scissors and try and do a tail. An extra shim for... no, an extra shim. I have an extra shim and it's too thick. I have to actually use 2 or 3 pieces of cardboard because my regular plate, even having one plate on, won't work with it. I don't know. But I have my magnetic plate in, so maybe if I put the regular plate in, that would make a difference. Not sure. I'm used to the cardboard now, and Paper Pumpkin so nicely provides them every month. They last quite a while. There's my cutting mats. And they do have, embossing mat. So I did that pretty good. So we're going to bring this over. And I think I had that about here. And we will bump that up on dimensionals. But before we do that, let's see if we like it with these things in. A couple of these maybe. going every which way. Maybe this one going down and these two going up. And I think if I do that, I want them going out that way because the flower is going to go there in that corner. And then this one can kind of go down like that. Something like that. So I'll put little glue dots on there. And then these are the flowers I die cut. Now, here's a little tip on these. There's 3 little holes, right? But one of them is bigger than the other two, excuse me. And if you line up those holes, it alternates automatically the leaves so that they're staggered. Hope that makes sense to you. And if you can see that. So it alternates. You know how when you do the petals? Well, let me do one with the punch, and I might be able to show you better. So on the first card, I took 1, 2. Now this is no longer available, so if you didn't get it in Celebration, you can't get it right now, but it might be coming back. I'm not sure. I heard that rumor. And then I just bent these, which I can do with those two. Bent these, and then each one, just take your thumbnail or something and bend them sort of in the middle, and also push down in the middle, and then you're just going to stagger them like that. But I did it 3 times. And I think I like that better, actually, for this particular card. Now, if you have the gold thread, the gold metallic thread, that would look really cool woven through these, and then tie a little bow there. And I might save that and do that for another time. All right, so let me get some glue dots first and stick them on the back of here. What am I missing? Oh, yeah, I still have my, oh, happy anniversary page. Yeah, I use a lot of glue. Thank you, Philomena. Bright, cheerful colors, right? This is actually So Saffron. Since we don't have Bumblebee. I keep saying Buttercup, but it's Bumblebee. So let me see. And Terracotta Tile is the other one. So we're just going to stick these so they're coming out that way. And then this one, I sort of want to go down this way. Like that. I guess that'll work. Okay, and then we'll put some dimensionals on. As you can see, I'm down on my sheet here pretty low. And I'm not even sure these are snipped. Nope, they're not. Oh, I have one more here. Yay! I'm gonna put that right on that guy. Is that too close? Nope. And then let's snip some of these. Okay, oops, one more. I'm kind of funny that way, and that'll help hold those little pieces down too. And we'll just peel those backings off. I'm still in a little bit of a crafting funk. I did craft the other day for nearly all day, and then for like a day and a half I did that, and then another, well, the weather didn't help because it was so nice out. All right, so on this, what I'm going to do is take my thin tip glue and just put a little dab on the back, alternate them. Push it down. Another little dab, if I can get it to come out. There we go. And then alternate it again. And then we are just going to glue that down over here. Actually, maybe I'll put it on a little mini glue dot this time. Let me find my minis. Here they are. Right there. And then what we're going to do is get the bling, and put a large one in the middle. And then we're going to tie a bow. We're going to attempt to tie a bow. Okay, let's see. Where's my ribbon? Here it is. And we're using the terracotta tile. This is the Ornate Garden Ribbon Combo Pack, which is terracotta tile and old olive. And we're just going to do the bunny ear fashion. Which color? The terracotta tile, Jen? You love the little touch, the little flower. I like the little flower too. But the ones that come with the dies are shaped more like the flowers in the paper, but they don't, I don't think they form a, you know, a cute little, I don't know what you call it there, as nice. All right, and then I need another glue dot, put my bow down. What'd I do with them? Yeeks. Oh, put them where the ribbon goes. That's not good. And we'll just put that there. And it's okay if the bow hangs over because you can just shove it in the envelope anyway. So that is the front. And then when you open it, now on the other one, oops, I not only stamped the thanks, but I put these, but I don't know if I'm going to put those in this time because we have the lacy trim around the edge, like with one of them still sticking there. And even though it's upside down, it's okay. I don't know. Do you think I should stamp the little flower and maybe just one corner instead of both? I'm not going to. I'm going to just glue this down. You know what? I better use the other glue because this one is about all. I'll save that for fine tip. You love flowers on the inside, says Pam. Okay, well, I already started gluing it, so I'll have to do it after I glue, which is fine. I'll put one on. And we'll use our alcohol markers to color it. Now, I used Memento Tuxedo Black to stamp it, and that way I can use the alcohol markers to color it. So I'll do the same again. I'll just put one on this time, excuse me. And we're going to use, let's see what we have here. We have dark petal pink. We're going to do that in a minute. Let's do the leaves first. We're going to use dark old olive and light old olive. So we'll just Go like that, and then right here along the edge of the flower. And I think that's about all it'll need for the dark. Sometimes I put the light down first, and I think I actually prefer doing that to the dark first. So next time I'll do it that way. But a lot of people do the dark first. Now I'm going to use the dark petal pink just for the center of the flower here. And I'm going to go outside the center a little bit and around. And then we'll blend that with... now there is no terracotta tile, so I'm using light Calypso coral to do the rest of the flower, and I'm going to use the brush tip. I'm just going to go around the edge of the leaves, but I'm going to leave that petal pink showing in the middle. Because I think that looks more like what's on the front paper. And that is about it. So see how they're lighter in the middle? So that's why I did that. I think that came out cute. So there's our card. Just wanted to say thanks. Just wanted to say thanks. We're not having these little spray things on there, but save them when they come out of this. Okay. So there's card 2. All right, what time are we at? Only 8 o'clock. We have time. Thank you, Paige. Thank you. Oh, Donna. Hi, Donna. Sorry I missed you come in, and I guess I missed Lonnie, too. Hi, Lonnie. Okay. Thank you, Pam. All righty. So we'll do another one. And this one is not all the way planned. Because, yeah, I'm still in my funk. I have little dots everywhere. Oh my goodness. Okay, so this one, we're going to use Thick Whisper White, I think. And I used, well, I had this long piece of paper. I just cut it down to fit the inside of this once I cut this. And this was using the same thing I just used on the inside of that other card. This die here out of the Ornate Layers dies. Love these dies. So we're gonna, I think we're gonna use that. Now I went ahead and rounded the corners, and I don't think I should have done that because I don't like it as much, but we'll go with it. Now, originally, what I was thinking was that we would color in one of these flowers, but I think I'm rethinking that, and I'm not sure I want to do that. But I have some gold ribbon left over from, but I don't know if I like that on there either. Hang on. See, I told you this one is not all the way planned out yet. We could just put on some bling in some of these flowers, I think. But I feel like something, and another thought would be, here's another idea. Let me know what you think. I could emboss this through that embossing folder, same one we just used, and fussy cut out, not one of these because they're not whole flowers, but I could fussy cut out this flower and put it on the middle of that with the embossing. What do you think? Yeah, I like the gold background too, but I think this covers it up too much, and I'm not liking that. I think I'll save this and use it on a different card. And I don't know, I'll do something else with that, maybe on a colored background. But I think I might fussy cut this one out and sort of plop it in the middle and maybe have some white ribbon. Hang on. Maybe the white seam binding ribbon, either going across or hanging down out from the flower. What do you think? Yeah. Okay. That's what we're going to do. And you know me and fussy cutting, eeks. I think I had to clean my scissors off first too. All right, let me find my embossing folder, which is here on the floor next to me somewhere. Here it is. We're going to try it, guys. We're going to try. We're going to use that same embossing folder. I think that's going to really be pretty. I get ideas. They don't always work, but we'll try it. They don't always work, but you never know until you try. If I can get my cardboard straight there. There we go. Yeah. Doesn't want to go. There we go. I don't know if that's going to be enough pressure. Let's see. No, I'm going to put another one in and do it again. Don't think it was quite enough pressure. There we go. That was enough pressure. Okay. Beautiful. Look at that. Ooh. Yikes. That's really pretty. Okay, now for the hard part. Let me clean my scissors off with a little bit of alcohol, which is precious stuff right now, you know? Ay, ay, ay. Let me not knock everything over up here, hopefully. Sorry. Should have had my scissors clean before this, but I didn't. Alcohol will clean them, get the sticky off. I used them on that foam tape again for something else, and you can see it's really yuck. So rubbing alcohol is not only good for disinfecting your hands, but cleaning gummy stuff off your scissors. And it doesn't have to be perfect, but it's got to be better than they were. Yep, I need a little more. Didn't think tonight was going to be about tool repair, did you? Yes, exactly. It is like gold. So I better close it up so it doesn't evaporate. And put it away. And yeah, you can't find it here anymore either. This one I've had in my craft room for quite a while. Might get moved to not the craft room. Now I have another bottle I've had for a while. Okay, let me see. We do have some leaves here, but I mostly want this big flower. So, let me see something. No, I can't do that. I'm going to kind of rough cut it first, and then we'll cut the details out after. Eeks, I'm cutting into my paper. Oh, no. I think I've kind of gotten over that most of the way, although I do cringe sometimes. It's like, oh no, I'm cutting into my paper. Now, I don't know if I want those leaves because I got this leaf here kind of sticking in the way. I'll cut that little piece off later too. I don't know. Okay, good enough. Now let me fix it up a little bit. Thanks. Not even sure that's part of it, but we'll let it be there. And I know you're supposed to, Hold on. Okay, never mind. See, I turned my volume on my phone down, but apparently Messenger and text messages that doesn't count. I don't know. Who knew? And I today spent like 2 hours trying to get pictures and videos off my phone. I was going to share a walk around my yard with you guys. But I took it in like 6 videos, and then I couldn't get them off my phone onto my computer. So you know what I had to do? I actually had to go put them on iCloud, which I really don't like doing. And then getting them off iCloud onto my laptop. I used to be able to plug the cord in and just copy them over, and it will not let me do that anymore. And I even had my son, try it. And it started, and then it gave him an error message too. So it's something really, I don't know. iPhone, what do I have? A 10 or 11 now or something. And something really wacky with them. It won't let you do that. It's like it won't recognize device. And I'm like, well, it recognizes it fine when I put it on the charger. So I don't understand that at all. Hibby cleanse? Yeah, but if you have alcohol and it works. I also have Gooby Gone and what's that other stuff in the crafting world that gets gooey stuff off too? I have that too. Anyway, so I have all kinds of, I'm all set in that kind of stuff. Sorry, this is like watching paint dry, I know. Maybe worse. Because I am not a good fussy cutter. I don't like it. I'm not good at it. But I think I'm doing okay. This looks to me like a zinnia or a dahlia, which is kind of cool. Let me know what you think this flower is. Or I think there's some daisies that are like more than one layer too. You know what I mean? They're like fluffier looking. But I don't know what they're called. Didn't quite get that one right. Fix that one a little bit. Okay. Yeah. No, I don't think so. Embossing with the flower. Well, the flower's already gold, and I'm going to be I embossed the background. So I just want to see how that looks with it. All right, now let me see if I like these leaves on here. I might take the leaves off altogether and just put the flower on. I think I will. I'm going to cut the leaves off. I don't like them. I have a few more of those yellow things. Maybe we can stick some of them under it. Or I have a leaf punch, which we could cut some out of gold or white. We shall see. This was unplanned. But that's okay. We'll do it together. Make a pretty card together. And I think that's a leaf too, and I don't know if I like that on there. Now it looks like something's missing, so I'll probably have to do a leaf there. I think I'm going to cut this one off too. Okay, let me clean up my mess. And where's my white ribbon? You can either, I think what I would just do, I mean, I could color the center in with a gold marker, but that's not a Stampin' Up marker. I could just go back and forth like this. If I can get it to lay down, and put this on top. You know what I mean? A little longer. I think I like that. And then maybe a sentiment strip across the bottom. What do you think? Yes, that's true. Gerber daisy. Maybe clay, but you'd be surprised. You have to change the setting from charging to upload permission. Yeah, but I used to be when I plugged my phone into my laptop, my phone would come up and say allow. It doesn't even give you that option anymore. I think it's my laptop, honestly. I think there's either that or it's Microsoft Windows. I don't know. I am not sure. But we're going to get some glue dots and stick this down and go for it. And then we have to figure out a sentiment. All right, let's see. Glue dots. Glue dots. This is going to be a little bit tricky, I think. Well, maybe I ought to glue this down first. You swear the chat deletes letters. It might. There's been a problem with a couple commenters that are men's names like Tom, Tim, and Traptown. And apparently they leave you a nice comment, you know, great video, and then they give you a thumbs down. That's been happening to another crafter, and I'm not sure. I think someone else is also giving me thumbs downs lately, which, you know, I understand, but and it's only like one or two on just about every video. It kind of gets to you after a while. I mean, why? If you don't like my videos or my lives, you're not going to hurt my feeling if you don't watch. You might, but, you know, it hurts my feelings more if you leave a thumbs down. But I still get credit for it, guys, from YouTube, so you still get the watch time if you're watching it, you know. So, I don't know. Hoping this will lay right. Just sticking glue dots, mini glue dots from Stampin' Up on the back of the ribbon and wrapping it around a couple times so that it'll stick out of the flower. And then I might have to cut the one end off a little bit, which is fine. Yeah, this end. Actually got that one over too far. Let me cut it a little bit first. And then put another glue dot on. Yeah, I know, but, you know, what are you going to do? And I've been watching some other kinds of videos, not just crafting lately, like, I don't know why I'm really into, like, abandoned tours of, like, houses, old houses and stuff. And also just nature outings and things like that. So I've been really into them lately. All right, I think I'm going to put that there. Instead of putting a leaf thing in, we'll just bump that up and put that on there. So let me get my new sheet of dots out. And then we have to figure out a sentiment. And an inside. I'm going to go with 4, which is a little much. Maybe I can use one of these in the center. Oops. That was weird. Okay. I'm going to use another little one. Where did I feel like I needed it? Here. 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 Two little ones. Just didn't seem sturdy enough to me. All right. Way too many, but oh well. Better too many than not enough. Okay. So, which way did I want it? Like that? Like that. Okay. Oop. Well, kind of got it over a little too far. I don't know if I can get it back up. Eeks, 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 eeks. Nope, I'm going to let it. I'm going to let it. Maybe I can pull the ribbon over. Nope. It just tears the ribbon. Okay. So now we have to figure this out. So I guess, that's too much. I could use this and go across. Nope, I don't like that. I think we'll just stamp on with heat emboss maybe with regular white. I'm really upset about that. I don't like that. I'm going to try without ripping it to move it over. This is what happens with Deb. Oh, I think I might have got it mostly. Just one little boo-boo, but it won't show much. Why did I do that? Because it was over too far that way. I still did it. Oh well, it's staying like that now. All right, so we're just going to have a strip down here, a little shorter than that. Maybe I'll flag both ends. And let's see what we're going to put on there. Maybe we'll just do thanks again. I don't know. So grateful. Thank you. What didn't I use yet? I didn't use thank you. So let me see how big that is. Yes, right. He does. And it is a fake account. And apparently he's one of the ones that bot is, that's a little wider than I want it to be. I think I'm going to use the thanks, which I have to clean first. And then we'll figure out something for the inside. I didn't clean my stamps, guys. And my chamois is dirty and dry. So I'm going to use my Stampin' Spritzer. And clean my stamps off a little bit. I'll have to wash them later. And I let it on there and it stained them. Let's see if I can get a little more off because I don't want orange on with the embossing powder. And this one too. Okay. And I have found when I use the Stampin' Spritzer that actually paper toweling works better than a baby wipe because the baby wipe tends to leave fuzzies on. So I actually just like kitchen paper toweling or whatever better. All right. So this is my scrap. I'm going to turn it like this. I'm going to try and get thanks. I'm going to actually put this on the other thicker block so I don't mess it up on my hands. Again, although it's versifying, I'm going to use my embossing buddy. And I have to find what I do with my Versamark stuff. Eeks. Okay, ink, where'd you go? I don't know. Here it is. I buried it. Okay. Let me make sure I got that really good. Straight down to there's a little piece of something in it. There you go. Okay, I have to clean that too. I have to remember that. And embossing powder again. Now, what I could have done, but I'm not, is could have used colored paper and used white embossing powder too. But this is going to be a gold and white card. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. Yeah. All right. I still see a speck on there I'm not happy with. What? I have better luck, Clay, sticking the glue dot to the ribbon if it's a type of ribbon that'll accept it, because I usually have better control over where I lay the ribbon down. If I stick it on the card, I can't always judge the placement, but that's just me. Either way is fine. Yeah, put it on the object you're putting down. Right. So, all right, noisy starting up again. Look at that beautiful magic. I get it all? Yep. Magic. Okay. Now, I'm going to turn it this way and try and get it centered. What's that, about an inch? An inch is good. It might be a little bit, no, I think that's going to be good. I might have to trim a little bit off the bottom and make it 3/4 inches. We'll see. Yep. Perfect. Now, I think I will use my, what do you call that thing? Triple banner punch. Let's see if we can get this centered in here. I'm going to go about down to there. Does that look centered? I think so. Boop. Yeah, good enough. And both sides this time. I hope that's centered. Not bad. Not great, but not bad. Okay. Now I need dots again. Now we have to figure out what to do with the inside, guys. I could cut another piece of gold foil. And just put a piece of white on it. Is that straight? Not quite. Okay, I think that's straight. Pretty, huh? Except for this is too wide sticking out. And I'm not going to try and lift it up again because I'll probably ruin it. Ideas for the inside. Hi, Carolyn. Yes, I agree. Oh, not a paper towel because you can't find paper towels, Brandy? You know, the last time I was in the grocery store 2 weeks ago, there was nothing in the paper goods aisle. There were no tissues or Kleenex. There were no toilet paper. There were no paper towels. There was nothing in the grocery store. But the Walmart did have Some, not a whole lot, but some. Luckily, I went to the Walmart first, so I didn't have to go there afterwards. Yeah, I'm not crazy about how I got that messed up. I might just stick another piece of ribbon over here. All right, what do we think for the inside? Another piece of gold foil or just another piece of this paper? Let me see something. I have this paper. I could just do that with a piece of that on top. Thank you, Pam. Thank you, Donna. Thank you, Philomena. I'm kind of feeling like I should do gold foil again. Since I figure out where I put my foil. People are sharing videos with me and stuff, and I really prefer not to get those. But anyway, I'm going to get another piece of foil out. I'll save this piece for later to color. There's so many pretty patterns in this Ornate Garden paper. All right, let me cut this down to 4. Five and a quarter. I save all my scraps when it comes to my foils and stuff. All right, and then this probably has to be trimmed down. Yes, it does. Let me see if I have a different piece. So this has to come down 1/4 inch on each side at least. Maybe I'll do 1/2 inch on each direction because I want more of the foil to show, especially if I emboss it again, which I think I might. All right, guys, should I just leave it like that? I think I need to emboss it. So it is as pretty. In fact, I probably should have just done the same thing I did on the front, but I'm not going to do that because around the edges, because A, I already cut it, and B, it'll take me forever to get all the little bits out maybe. And I don't want to hold you that long. Okay, so I'm going to run this through with my cardboard. Here we go. Love this embossing folder. Love it. One of my favorites now. Between that and Subtle, and there's like two or three other ones I really, really like. I like that better. Should I round the corners of it? Because this is sort of rounded. Hi, Jamie Lonnie. Glad you're back. Yeah, you're right. I know. I should have made the... Well, I meant to get the flower over just a little bit, but oh well. I'm going to round the corners of both of these, I think. And this is not a Stampin' Up punch. Stampin' Up does have a what's it called? Delightful Trio, Detailed Trio punch, and this is a corner rounder. But I have had this one in my stash for I don't know how long, quite a while, and it just is a 1-inch corner rounder, and I use it quite often. So there you have it. And then I'll round this too. And I don't think I'm going to put any sentiment on the inside. I could, but I feel like I have to heat emboss it again, which isn't working that great for me tonight. So I don't think I will. But I do like that. And then like that. Okay, let me glue them together. Actually, I'm going to use snail again. Trash out of the way. Snail actually seems to be a little more forgiving than wet glue. Oops, sorry, my punches are falling. Now on this one, I'm not going to use wet glue because it's embossed and I don't think it'll hold as well with snail as it will with the wet glue. I even like that side of it. That's pretty. That would be pretty with white. I think I might have to try it. Emboss with white and then put a sheet of that white and gold foil on. Oh, that's going to be pretty too. That's going to be pretty too. Okay, so there is card number 3. Thank you for your advice on that one. Now this ribbon's from the Painted Poppies, Peaceful Poppies, excuse me. And I believe it's on back order, but expected this month sometime, last I saw. So, and it's called the Crinkled Seam Binding Ribbon in Whisper White. Okay, let me bring the other cards in. And we have the first one we did here, our elegant one. Oh, you know what? I can put a bling on here too. I'll just put one little one on the end of the, one medium one. Right there. Maybe one on each end. I don't know. Right there. And maybe just a little one in the middle of that flower. Right there. Okay. Make it bling bling. I still think I'm going to be messing with that flower for a bit. Anyway, that is the third one. Here's the first one, and here is our second one using the Ornate Garden Specialty Designer Series paper. Tonight we used this one and this one, both sides of this one. And then actually last week when we did the W card, we used, what did I do with it? Here it is. We used a different paper, and that was this one. So if you missed that, that was I think it was last Tuesday. Yeah. And that was the same paper, same suite. And of course, our stamp set. I still have loads more I want to do with this set because I haven't still used the big flower here, which what you heard crashing was the big stamp. So I still want to use that. And I still want to use this, which I had intended to use tonight. I did use this. I did use this. And I did use this. Of course, our embossing folder, love, love, love. And that is called the Ornate Garden. Hello, Callie. My kitty cat says hello. She says, are you talking? Who are you talking to? Ornate Floral 3D embossing folder. And the Ornate Layers dies, which goes with the Ornate style. And then the Ornate Thanks is the one on back order, that bundle, because of the dies, I think. Ornate Borders. Love, love, love them. I never had used border dies, I think maybe once or twice before. So this is good practice for me too. And I hope you enjoyed them. Thank you, Pam. Yeah, that is pretty. It's very elegant too. Both of these are kind of elegant, but not everybody likes green, mint green or whatever. So, and after we're off air, I'm probably going to carefully take this off again and move it over so some ribbon sticks out that side too. Anyway, thank you, Paige. Thank you, Nix. Yeah, it's really not hard, and cards don't have to be super hard. I mean, this one actually is the more complicated one because of this and embossing also. And then this is die cut. So, and a little bit of coloring and a little punching. This one is just a little fussy cutting and then embossing and die cutting too. So, and heat embossing. That's the only thing. And this is heat embossing a little bit. So grateful for all you do. And thanks. And I could put a sentiment inside. This stamp set has so many nice sentiments that would go inside too. You could just put from the bottom of my heart. Although that's pretty long. That would be better on a card going sideways. Or you made my day. Or for all your help. For all you do. Ever so much. That would be good. So I could have put them in there too. But anyway, for another time. So I didn't get to the botanical print, but I'm going to try to work on that. Let's see, tomorrow is the 9th. I will try and work on that tomorrow after I finish a different project in the morning that I have to get up for the 10th. My flower collab that Tina was going to host is canceled, so that gives me a little more time. I don't have to have anything ready for tomorrow, thankfully. So I'm going to try and do another video. It'll probably be a video as opposed to a live. I'm not sure yet. And I'll try for Friday. I know I said that last week, but yes, if I don't talk to you Friday, I do have a video going up on the 10th, 2 of them, and one on the 11th. And then the next one is like the next regularly scheduled one, I think, is on the 15th. And I think that's a Tuesday. No, that's a Wednesday. So I'll see you also on the 14th, which is the next live Tuesday night. Good night, Philomena. Thank you. You have a nice Easter and a safe Easter as well. Thank you, Brandy. Thank you, Donna. Thanks, Lonnie. Good night. All right, guys, be safe out there. And until the next time, hugs, love, and peace. And I guess I should write that in here. Thank you for joining me. Oh, you're welcome, Paige. Thank you. And happy anniversary, Paige. Have a glass of wine or a beer or something. Oh, gosh. All right. I'll talk to you the next time. Thank you, Pam. You have a happy Easter also.